Good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday the 29th of March at about 10 to 7 UK time after quite an exciting day's trading. As you can see, VectorVest US looking very bullish indeed, and it looks as if we've got the first confirmed up signal since last November, and that's quite a long time. The S&P is currently up 34 points for the day. I think that 4600 on the S&P is a very important level, but it's certainly doing its best to get through it. So if I look at the VectorVest market timing chart, folks, that's where we are. That's the DEW template, but I want to in fact load the longer term MTI template, and there we have it, folks. As you can see, a huge step input on the buy-sell ratio today, which has meant that an awful lot of companies have actually moved from holds to buys probably. And as you can see, if I blow this up a little bit, you can see that we've gapped out of this little consolidation, which I think is good. And the MTI is showing bullish divergence. The buy-sell ratio is showing bullish divergence, and the RT, which is the momentum indicator of the VectorVest composite, also showing bullish divergence. So all of the measures of the trend on VectorVest are up. This won't show until the end of the day, but if everything stays the way it is at the moment for the next couple of hours, then we're going to have our first confirmed up signal since last 22nd of November, since the longest term measure of the trend turned down, and it's kept us out of all of this down. It said all these rallies didn't matter very much. So I think that looks pretty good, and I'm reasonably bullish. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see a little bit of a pullback soon. And if we actually have a look at my old friend, the S&P 500, we can see that it's at a very major level here. You don't have to be much of a chart analyst to see that that's quite an important level. Market needs to get through that. It looks quite healthy to get through that at the moment, sitting at this 4,600 level. I unfortunately got stopped out of two positions today. I made money on both of them, but that's MATX I'm still holding. That's Archer Daniels, which in fact gapped down this morning. I got into this last week at 85, and I got my stop to entry, in fact, yesterday afternoon, took off half, and I got stopped in the second half a little while back. And the other one was CF, there we are, CF. Sorry about the lines on this. It's just my notation for volume analysis. As you can see, we rose here on rising volume, and we broke on rising volume, and that was my entry point just there. Rode this, got out up here somewhere, as you can see, big volume going in, but it couldn't close at the top of the bar, which normally means that there's supply around. So a lot of the volume here was caused by smart people selling into it. And then we pushed up here, and I got back in here, and in fact got my stop to entry yesterday, in fact, and got stopped out there today. So some money in the bank. I was hoping that they were going to go a little bit further, but hope is not a trading strategy, as they say. So I'm still holding the GDX, and I think that it's going to struggle over the next day or two, because the gold market looks as if it wants to pull back. And if you have a look on a weekly chart of gold, you'll see that there's previous resistance that I think is going to be a magnet for support. So it's probably, in fact, got a little bit more downside. And based on that, I have a short position in the gold market on a UK spread bet that I talked everybody through at the VectorVest Q&A yesterday afternoon. So I think of the S&P, if we get through that 4600 level on the S&P, which we're doing our best to do now, all of the measures of the trend on VectorVest are up, and let's hope for a nice, very profitable run into May or June. So I hope you found that useful, folks. Thanks very much.